Hello everyone. Today we are going to review the movie Ghost in the Shell from 2017 starring Scarlett Johansson. I know a lot of people were kind of upset with the fact that Scarlett Johansson got cast as the part of Major Mira Killian, I guess is her name. I believe that's how you pronounce it anyway. Anyhow, I guess a lot of people were upset because it was a white girl playing the part of a of an anime. But I mean, really, a lot of people argued that nobody really knew what nationality the or because she's a robot, it didn't really matter who played her part. But I guess mainly they were just upset because Hollywood kind of took it and made it a mainstream film. But I thought this film was actually really good. For what it was. Obviously, it's not quite as good as the animated movies like Arise or the Ghost in the Shell movies that are animated, but it's still, for Hollywood, they kind of at least stuck mostly to the story. Obviously, some things changed and some things were over dramatized for the movie itself, but as far as the storyline goes, it's still kind of mostly stuck with the anime, as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, this is about this company, Hanka. I thought it was Hansha for some reason. Robotics Corporation, owned by a man named Cutter, who's basically fusing humans and robots together. So like the human brain, or I guess ghost is what they call it. I'm still kind of confused about that part, because I guess the ghost lives inside of the shell, but they try to obviously contain it and control it and give them some sort of drug so that the brain inside the shell doesn't reject the new body that it's in. So basically, it's kind of like a Frankenstein type deal, I guess, where they're creating robots from human parts. Because when they find the other robot that's been hacking them, whose name was it Batu? No, that couldn't have been right. Where is he? Do, 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 do. Jeez, why can't I find him? He's got to be here somewhere. Oh, come on. Jeez, he's not even in the main cast list? That doesn't make any sense. Because that's the guy who played the... That's weird that I can't seem to find him. Okay, anyhow, when they find this other robot that's been hacking them and trying to take control, his name, he had like a number assigned to him. Was it 5172 or 5170 or 1572? One of those combinations, I do believe. Anyhow, so once the Major finds him, she starts to learn the truth about herself. Obviously, she was given false memories. He's hacking into all these other robots in order to kill the people that created him, because the Major finds out that she wasn't necessarily the first of her kind. There were 98 other unsuccessful trials before she was created. When she finds that out, obviously she turns sides and decides to go rogue and basically take down the same people that 517, I believe it was 5172, was trying to take down. And she finds out her true identity because the doctor that created her actually cares for her and sees her as more than just a robot. She sees the human side of her and realizes that what she's been doing is wrong. So she gives her true memories. She's able to find her mother and realizes that she was part of these runaways in the, what was it, the something district that they were in, the runaway kids. I can't seem to think of it right now. God damn it. Anyhow, they were in this district together. She finds out that this 5172, I hope I'm saying that correctly, this 5172 and her were together. She remembers what they did to her and him when they captured the two of them together, and now they're kind of living out their lives in these robot shells. Cutter does come after them, and I think, yeah, he ends up killing 5172, and I believe his name was Deo, or Deo or Dio. I believe it was Deo, but I could be wrong. I can't remember her real name because it just says Major on here, but she did have a name. Or maybe this was him. Let me just look at these photos. Oh, come on, it's got to show him somewhere. Where is he? Seriously? Holy crap. Oh, there he is. Okay, so I guess his name was Kuzi, or Kuze, maybe, if I'm saying that correctly. Interesting. Anyhow, that's not his real name. I guess that was just like the name they used for him, or the name, the alias he used, I guess, or the name that they gave him when he was created was Kuze, and obviously they just named her Major, because she was kind of like, I guess, the leader of the group, and her best friend's name is Batu, right. He unfortunately loses his eyes in one of the explosions, so he gets new ones, which was true to the, at least the anime. I don't know. I know there is a manga for this, but I'd have to actually go out and buy it and read it to see if the manga is any different from the anime, and obviously this is a little different from the anime too, because it's Hollywood. But yeah, I think that might be I've pretty much covered everything, because this was kind of like a, well, it doesn't feel long. No, the film didn't feel long. And I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10, but I think I've pretty much covered everything that I can. I mean, there was plenty of action in this movie, and actually kind of a little bit of like some horror elements with those scenes with the geishas, and where she does like the deep dives and things, going into the geisha's mind, where she ends up almost getting hacked before Batu pulls her out of the deep dive, and then she starts getting all these visions of her true memories, but she is able to take these drugs to like kind of subdue it, I guess. But then when she does the deep dive, they obviously become stronger, and when she finds out what her true identity is, they become even stronger until she actually finds the place that she ran away to. And I guess her mother was told that she ran away, and then she just was delivered her ashes, and she was told that she killed herself. In the end, the Major gives the command to kill Cutter, because he's basically going to be taken into custody, and he refuses. So she gives the order to kill him. And then they did kind of leave this open for a sequel, but because I know there is a Ghost in the Shell 2 movie in the animated series, and obviously the 3 Arise movies, so they could do a whole lot with this series of movies. I'm not sure if Scarlett Johansson will return to her role in this, but it would be cool if she did, I think. Maybe they'll just continue on with somebody else, because I know Scarlett Johansson has obviously Black Widow coming out, and she's probably working on other stuff too. I'm not really sure if she has anything else coming in 2021, but she might. I guess we'll see. Maybe, who knows? Maybe they're working on the Ghost in the Shell too. I'll have to look that up and see if there's going to be a sequel to that movie, because I believe it was 2017 when it came out, so it's 3 years old. This kind of reminded me a little bit of Lucy. She kind of seemed to be on like that whole, I don't know. It kind of seemed like she was in with the whole like genre of the robot computer type thing for a little while, which was cool. And she's obviously definitely, I would say, an action star as far as that goes, over the last 10 to 12 years because of the Avengers, obviously, and now doing the Black Widow. I don't know how many of those movies there's going to be, but yeah. Anyhow, now I'm kind of rambling. And I believe I've covered everything that I can for this movie. And it did stay mostly true, I think, to the anime movies. I'll have to go back and watch those again, because I do have them on Blu-ray or DVD, or I believe I have them on Blu-ray. And the Arise movies, I believe, are on Netflix, so I'll have to put them on my list once I get through all these other movies that I'm doing reviews of, and review those as well. Because there's so much for me to do, flipping back and forth between DVD movies and Netflix, and adding Tubi to my list. Eventually, once I get through these set of Netflix movies, I'll go over to Tubi and do that, and then come back to Netflix and do more Blu-ray and DVDs. And oh my god. But yeah, that's kind of why I've gone back to the old format, because I feel like the newer format I was doing was making the videos a little bit too long. I mean, but for some of these movies, it's kind of good to explain analyze the story a little bit more in depth, just because they are longer movies, and sometimes I forget certain parts, especially when the movie is almost like 3 hours long. So for Halloween and stuff that I was like really into, I wanted to do a more in-depth analysis, I guess. But anyhow, I'm rambling again. So I would say this movie was I don't want to, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Just because there were some parts that were over-dramatized, obviously because it's a Hollywood movie, and some of it was a little different from the animated movies, if I remember correctly, but it mostly stayed true. So I'll give it a 9 out of 10. And just probably because of some of the... No, I wouldn't say the backlash was necessarily a bad thing, because that probably made this movie more popular in the end, I think, because I think this movie did well in theaters. But anyhow, yeah, 10 out of 10. So please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below your thoughts on this film if you've seen it. If not, please go watch it if you're a fan of Ghost in the Shell. I'm sure you will still enjoy this movie, even if you were disappointed by the casting choices. I still think it's a good enough movie, and maybe we'll get a sequel out of it. I don't know. I can't remember how well it did in theaters. I do remember going to see it in the theaters, though, and enjoying the film the first time, and I still enjoy it now. So yeah, please go watch this movie if you haven't seen it. And comment down below if I missed anything, because I might have, because it's the middle of the day now, and watching 2 movies every morning when I come home can be tiring sometimes, so my brain might kind of shut down and forget a few things as I go along. And I've kind of rambled in this video a little bit too about other things, but that's all part of the review. I just kind of go with what I know, I guess. But anyhow, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye for now.